Hi, fellas. I'll be doing a short video on a live trade, particularly on how I trade the news. And for tonight, I'll be trading the New Zealand employment change. It's a quarterly release. It's also a high impact news, but sometimes the resultant effects may not be as expected. But I'm just hoping to make something very good out of this. So I'll be trading this particular release on the 5 minute charts. So um, you see how I do my own trades and how it works out for me. So one of the important things is that you have to set up your trades as early as possible. The time is 11:45, so you have to ensure that you have your setup as early as possible. At least you should give nothing less than 15 minutes so that you can make some few adjustments as the trade goes on. Okay, just need to turn on something. Right, here we go. So let's start. Okay, so usually what I do is to do some documentation. Okay, so just watch how it goes. So I'm going to watch out for some very safe levels to monitor until the news comes out. So this is being done on a 5 minute chart and it's super faster than your higher time frame. So you need to give enough gap, enough gap, so to say. So if you take note, I'm going to put my stop loss quite very far, expecting that we should have some regular impact results. So you can see this is quite far from the current price. Okay, so just take this down a little bit. So what I'm trying to achieve here is I'm going to give some fair distance just in case we have some immediate movement in price. So if eventually the news is going to come up, I've experienced at several instances where you have a very wide spread, and if you're not careful, you could get your order filled. So we don't want our orders to be filled until the news is out. So we'll keep on watching for this and we'll keep on readjusting until the news release is out. So we'll go for other New Zealand pairs as well. So let's see. So as you can see, of course, the spread is quite high. It's quite high. So, so do the same. You have to be fast so that we have enough time to make some adjustments before the news comes out. So each time you see this green light, it tells you that price is getting close to the order that you made. and we don't want that at all. So we need to monitor and be sure that price never gets close to it. The catch here is that the closer you are to your pending to the current price, the better order you will get. But the issue with that is that you may get your orders filled, and if it goes against you, then you certainly have a very bad result. So we just have to strike a balance with that. As you can see, I can see what is beneath 1.88326, but I can just take off the next two figures. And if I want to be safe, I can say 879. That would be more safer. Okay. So if you want to see where the orders are actually, because this is a 5 minute chart, you may not get a clear view because of what you have there. You can just go down to the higher time frames, so you can see what you have on the higher time frames. If it's still not clear, you can still go to the higher time frame, so you can see it now. It's getting more clearer, so you know exactly where you are. Let's go back. The reason why I'm taking the 5 minute charts is because we'll have faster price movement and we'll have better chances of getting our orders filled. So if at the end of the day we don't have a high impact reaction in the market, but because you're trading right on a lower time frame, the tendency to get some very good fill is still very high. So let's continue with the trade setup. So that's the green light coming up. So I have to go back and check. Remember, your orders must not be filled. Pending orders must not trigger before the news is released. It makes it very difficult to manage. So this is good enough, but we can see price is coming up. We need to give some fair chance. So I take this up. So let's go back and check why we have this. So we have some fair distance, but we don't want this green light. We don't want it as much as possible. So, and we still have enough time to readjust. So this is looking good now. So let's go back to the British pound, New Zealand pair. Okay, let's pick more. So let's see what we did here. Let's see. It's not clear. We can't see the sell part. So let's go to 4 hours. So it's quite close. So it's just quite close. So let's make some readjustment for the higher time frame. Okay. You do. Okay. Safer now. We can come back here. Wow. So I bet that the markets may have priced in on the expectations of this particular news release, but we'll still give it a chance. Okay. So that is why you have this buy trend. It's most likely that the market may have priced in on the expectations of what may come out of this news release. But in some cases, it may not be the same. So we'll still give it a try. So let's see. Point. That's fair enough. So I like to see where my buy order level is. It's not clear here, so let's go up to the higher time frame and see. So this is price, and this is where it's been set. I think it's good. We'll take this up a little bit. We'll go back to our 5 minutes. So we have this already threatening, sort of telling us that price is getting close to our sell pending order, and we don't want that as much as possible. Okay, it's good. We look for any other pair. Wow. So there are lots of orders we need to go back and quickly look. So I'll just quickly set this and quickly go make some readjustments. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay. So there's a sell pressure, but I can see there's a fair distance, so this is not much of a threat. So let's check the other Euro, New Zealand. Oh, this is very close. We don't want this at all. We must have a fair distance. So this is quite fair enough. So we have to do this until the news eventually comes out. It doesn't matter how far you take it, we have to put a close eye on it until we are certain that we are safe. So let's check out this guy. It's also telling us that price is getting close to it, and we don't want that at all. Okay, so all right. So this is common. Just as time approaches to the event, we'll have issues like this coming up. Same price getting close to your pending orders. It is very common. So the earlier you get your pending orders well positioned before the news release, the better. So don't forget that we are dealing with a high impact news release. In some cases, you could get reactions that you never expected before the news release comes out. And we don't actually want that at all. So, okay, let's do the same for this. Okay, so let's just take it up a little bit. Usually the spreads for pairs of this sort can be very high. So if you check, this is just before the news. So we're looking at close to 2 pips. When the news is about to be released, it can go as far as 10. So you can have distances up to this place, and the effects can be very devastating if you're not careful, and we don't want that at all. So let's add one more pair, and that will be the last, and we wait for the news outcome. So this is the reason why you have to ensure that you have your chat ready before the news, before at least 15 minutes to the news release. You should be through from setting up your chat so that you can monitor and make some readjustments. So these guys again, I will have to go back and check them. But let me just go through this. So if you were trading this on a higher time frame, you wouldn't have the sort of reaction that we can see now. It's because we are much on a lower time frame, and the pair in question has a high spread, and so you will witness stuff like this. Okay, this is the last one. Okay, so if you can see, I already have an expert advisor that manages my trailing stop, but I don't want to take chances. So let's go back. I'm going to put manual trailing stop to manage the trade. So, okay, let's come here and say 40, can be obituary. We can't tell how fast and how far the market is going to go. But this means that if we have an high impact release and it gets to 40 points or 40 pips, then begin to trail. And that saves my trade and gives me some decent amount of profit. So it's much better than when you manually want to set stops. Trading stops are the best for news trading. Oh, this was very close. So you can see this was very close. So we don't want stuff like so. You need to keep your eyes constantly. This is much better. And our sell stop has gone way down. So we'll do some readjustments to take it much closer. Okay, so it's much closer now. We're still getting some threats here. I can't tell why, but let me just be a little bit safe. Okay. This is 11:38. The news will be coming out exactly 11:45. So we have less than 5 minutes. At a particular time, you will not be able to make these adjustments. So you must make sure you have the adjustment done before the news, before 5 minutes. At least after 5 minutes, you won't be allowed to make any other adjustments. And at that point, if there are errors in your setup, then you can be sure that you are doomed. Okay, so I think just put something there just in case. We have an uncertain movement, though I have my EA here that will handle that for me, but I'm just still going to add more, just some sort of backup plan. The lower, the better for uncertainties. If you're not sure, it's better to take um, smaller trailing stop points. So this is quite close. Take it down a little bit. Okay. So we just take some precaution. You don't want to be doing this when the news release is out. You certainly you won't be at the best frame of mind to hit stops and all that. So this is the first time to get them done. And when it is done, you just have to recite your fate to the outcome of the news. But in most times, if you get it properly set, you have no cause for alarm. So let's take this guy up a little bit. I think it's quite close to 218. Let's say 240. Okay, and we can take this up a little bit. All right, I think we're doing good. See, I have a trailing stop here. No, we don't have it yet. So I'll just make this, let's say 25. I think I should take them much closer because this very news release, usually quarterly statistical figures for news events of this nature, they do not carry much impact, but you never can tell. It's worth giving it a try. So I'm scaling them back up. Okay. Okay. So, I hope this doesn't boomerang. So let's see what we have here. Says the buy stop is quite close, so we may just add some little distance to that. Okay. So we can see it's all free from any threats for now, but we will be having one or two warnings here and there before the news comes. This is 11:42, which is 3 minutes to the news release. So I'm just having one last look again, and I can take this up a little bit because I have some fair distance here where I can't see what is on top. Can't see what is on top, and okay, so let's still. Okay, this is fair enough distance, so I can take this up just a little bit down. So once it gets to 11:44, I will not be able to make any adjustments again. So it will sort of you will have good errors coming from the price feed. So you can watch my other videos and you see how I trade the news and some very interesting tips and strategies that borders on news trading. And I can guarantee you that news trading is quite lucrative, but has some element of risk. But still, then you can actually get something very good from it. So let's see how this plays out. Just 2 minutes before the news is out, this let's see this pair. I can't tell why. Okay, I can't see what is on top. So let's see if this will allow me make a change. And I think it's pretty late to do that. But let's see. So you can see it says off quote, which means you can't make any adjustments at this particular time. It's just 1 minute to the news release, and this is very common. So I just hope this doesn't give an issue. So let's cross our fingers and see how this plays out. So I'm trading on 0.01 lot size. It's quite safe for events of this nature. Okay, you can see the spread has gone very wide, and I guess the distance I gave must have given me some very good edge. So let's quickly see what came out from the news. We can refresh the page. So unemployment rate came out very well. We're waiting for the change. It came out well. So let's see how it reacts. Okay. So we're not getting that spontaneous reaction that we expected, more because the employment change came exactly as what was forecasted. But if we had quite a higher percentage in the employment change, just as we had in the unemployment rate, certainly we'll get better impact. But like I said, quarterly news release, it doesn't have that kind of impact you will see on other high impact monthly news releases. So to be safe, when you come across events like this and it looks like the market is undecided, it's not moving, please just quickly exit the trade. It's safer that way. So I'm just going to do that now, because at this point, you just never can tell what is happening at the background. Um, in some cases, not most cases, sorry, uh, issues, scenarios like this gives room for price manipulations and all sorts. So if you don't have that kind of spike, that instant and spontaneous market reaction, please exit the trade immediately and stay safe and get prepared for another news event. So tomorrow is another interesting event in the fundamental news calendar, and that is the U.S. interest rate. Well, we're not expecting much. The interest rate has been forecasted to be 4.5 against the previous. So I guess the market will not be looking out for the actual. I think they will pay more attention to the press conference. But I will stay out of this trade because I don't think I'm ready for this. But all the same, we'll look at it and we'll see how the market reacts and how the price reacts and how we can set up our charts. So thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos. Thank you very much. Stay safe, make good returns, and excel. Thank you.